Howdy, howdy, and welcome back to Gale FFTCG. I'm Serah, your host, and today we'll be looking at my top 4 Earth cards from Opus 17, Rebellion's Call, by rarity. So 1 common, 1 rare, 1 heroic, and 1 legend have been handpicked by me. And these are the ones I think are definitely worth investing in from the onset. This is just my opinion, obviously, but with that being said, let's just dive straight in. I was going to say something like long and amazing, but honestly, I'd rather just get down to the meat and potatoes. Let's go. First of all, we have Lorenzo. I do apologize. We've not had any of the official English card browser set up, so Japanese, let's go. So, first is Lorenzo. Forward, 3 cost, Dragoon, category FFBE, which is very relevant in this set. 7k, when Lorenzo attacks, it does not activate during your active phase, which seems a little bit counterintuitive, but when you read its ability, you'll understand why. So, when Lorenzo attacks, till end of turn, Lorenzo doubles its power and gains when Lorenzo deals damage to your opponent, choose a character in your break zone and add it into hand, which is very, very, very strong. I think the best way to circumvent its first ability, because of becoming a 14k and getting something back is really good if you can play it early, is play 3 CP no to activate this every time you attack with something. No triggers, activates Lorenzo again, and vice versa. And you can kind of just stop that from happening, stop his first clause from happening every single turn, and that seems pretty good to me. So yeah, this is the common that I picked. There are a few other commons that are very interesting. Some honorable mentions are the Monk backup, etc. But I really like this card, and I thought it was a cool card to show you. In our rare slot, we have the Night Dancer, which is a 2 CP dual horn trickster, category FFTA2, which is very important. 5k, your opponent can only declare as many attackers in the same turn as the number of backups they control. So they can, a party attack does count as 1, just so you know, so you could stick like a ton of forwards together in like an avalanche party or something, if they're only on 1 backup, attack with all of them and trigger them all at once, which is totally a thing you can do. When the Night Dancer is put from the field into the break zone, we choose a forward opponent controls, and it gains this forward cannot attack until the end of the turn. That's really strong, especially if you go, okay, my opponent has lethal. They go, okay, I'm going to attack you and, I don't know, on the stack, destroy something, or they're going to swing at you and you are in that position where they have 2 forwards and only one needs to deal point damage for you to lose, so you just go, okay, I'll block my Night Dancer, and then that thing can't attack, and then I can maybe get back in the game. It's in Earth 2, so you can bring it back. You can bring it in off of 4 CP Phoenix. That's kind of fun. You just trick this in before combat, and it's like, ha, you can only attack with 1 thing this combat. That's very fun. I like that a lot. In our heroic slot, we have Serah. Serah is a card that the more I look at it, the better it gets. It is a 3 CP 7k, which is on curve, pretty much. Category 11 and Mobius, both of which are very searchable. When Serah enters the field or attacks, choose a summon in either player's break zone, so that could be mine or that could be my opponent's, which is very good. You may remove it from the game. When you do so, place 1 refresh counter on Serah. Serah also has the ability to remove one of those counters and choose a forward to negate all damage dealt to it, and it gains plus 4k until end of turn. This is so strong, especially for combat, because our opponent has to respect anytime Serah has a counter on it, that one of our forwards may just not take any damage at all. They also have to deal with the fact that the longer Serah attacks or lives on the board, the more they're going to have to deal with those refresh counters, and the more you can multiply the refresh counters, obviously, the better she's going to get. You can choose any forward, yours or your opponent's. I don't know if that's ever relevant, but it can be quite funny. I just love this card so much. There's so much to say about it. And last but certainly not least, we have Shadow Lord in our legend slot. The other card, Preach, I found very underwhelming, but, you know, maybe there's something good to be said there. So, Shadow Lord, 7 CP, forward, 9k, is category 11, and Mobius, very, very pertinent. When Shadow Lord enters the field, we choose a job. We break all forwards with name job and job standard unit. When 3 or more forwards are put from the field into the break zone by this effect, Shadow Lord deals you 1 point of damage. Very interesting. I like the self-damaging thing. That's really cool. Damage 5. Shadow Lord gains plus 1,000 power and brave, and Shadow Lord's element becomes dark. It's a bit interesting that it becomes dark. There was a ruling I heard, and I might totally be butchering this, but basically the whole idea is that you can discard this from hand, and when it's but then when it's on the field, you can play it, and if it's damage 5 and it becomes dark, you can basically like sack Veritas and things like that. Don't take that as gospel. I don't know if that's exactly how the ruling works, but go and check out Steve D's review on Earth. It was a very interesting note to me, so I think you would find it just as interesting. And that is the end of this video. I would love if you would comment down below and tell me what your favorite Earth cards are from this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, because that helps the channel a ton. Big Algorithm can finally notice me and help spread these videos around. And if you could share, that would be even better. But yeah, thank you very much. Have a great day and a great rest of your week.